Because, I mean, Wendy don't care what nobody, I mean, she doesn't care about offending anybody.
So Wendy Williams is back and we are here for it. Wendy Williams has been all over New York City. She has been showing her face, Wendy face, and she has been smiling. She has been smiling bright and she's been shining bright, and we are happy for her, and she just looks so good, you guys. So I want to talk about a few things today. Mainly, I want to talk about the money situation with the podcast, but I also want to talk about Wendy and just how she looks. How do you, as fans and stans and commenters, how do you think she looks? Does she look ready to come back? I will put it out there right now. I think she looks amazing. Yes, she is thin. No, she is not the Wendy she was 3 years ago, but are any of us the people that we were 3 years ago, okay? And so I want to get into this. Let's not waste a lot of time. So Wendy Williams is strutting about, and she's getting ready to do this podcast. She's been talking about this for a minute, and she's very excited because we know that Wendy Williams is a personality. She is a radio personality, and for many years she was a fabulous, popular, amazing television personality. And so Wendy Williams has been out of the spotlight for several years. A lot of things have been going on in her life. She had a devastating divorce. It wasn't just a simple divorce. It was a spectacular divorce that was all over the media. We know that Wendy is used to reporting the news. Well, Wendy became the news. And along with that pain that she was going through, the whole world watched. Wendy Williams was also going through, and is still going through, some health problems. But she certainly looks like she's on the mend. So now with Wendy coming back and doing this podcast soon, we are certainly hoping that it happens this year. Shoot, in this next 6 months, but we don't know, we'll see. But with her coming back, will she have to resume her financial payments to her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, and his side boo-boo, Sharina Hudson? Those questions remain. What we do know is that there was a divorce decree and a clause. Kevin signed it, and he's not a smart man. He might be pretty good at being a hustler and, those types of things. But when it comes down to written contracts and being a good businessman, as far as being about his money, Kevin Hunter fumbled the bag, because Kevin Hunter signed a contract that meant that he was going to take a lump sum and take monthly payments, which is not a bad thing. The problem is, the premise was, so long as the person paying him, his ex-wife, Wendy Williams, she would continue to pay him so long as she was well and able to work. And we all know that the last few years, Wendy has really not been well. And in the last year and a half, she has not been able to work. And so with Wendy not being able to work, there was a judgment just this month that took Kevin's money away from him. And Kevin already had money problems a year prior. Kevin Hunter is not a very smart man. We know this to be true. He's been crying about being broke, busted, and disgusted, and that's nobody's problem but Kevin Hunter's. Kevin is a grown-ass man. He's also a very broke-ass man. And again, that's on Kevin Hunter. So the thing about it is that Kevin is desperate, and it's satisfying to watch. I don't know about you, it's satisfying for me, and I believe it's satisfying for Wendy Williams. I could be wrong, but you guys, she's going to be doing a podcast very, very different from doing a show, as you know. And so what that means is she was given millions of dollars. She was worth $40 million by the end of 2019. She has racked up a massive amount of money. Wendy Williams financially is okay. Wendy Williams will always financially be okay. And that means she can afford to do a podcast where she's not going to make anything on the grand scale that she did before. But people are asking, will she have to pay Kevin? Will she have to resume making payments to Kevin Hunter? And the answer to that, you guys, is no, she will not. She will not, with a podcast, have to continue paying Kevin all the money that she paid him. Dare I say that she ever have to pay him again? He might get nickels and dimes if he wins in arbitration. Maybe, if he wins in arbitration. But the fact of the matter is, that's a ways off. He has to pay his lawyers. He ain't got no money to pay lawyers. And so what people should be asking really is, why do you think that Wendy would have to pay Kevin Hunter? Where do you think this money that she's going to have to pay him is going to come from? Where is it going to come from? Podcasts don't make that kind of money. And I've had to say that several times in the comment section. But I will say this, I'm proud of Wendy. I really am. I think that she is a mastermind. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. I think that she's sick and tired of being sick and tired of seeing Sharina Hudson, the side chick, live off of her money. This woman disrespected her. And Wendy has had to pay Kevin Hunter monthly, which means that Sharina's getting paid. And I think that it's time that it stops. And so Wendy, of course, realized that it needed to stop a long time ago. Wendy Williams is not trying to get back on television. And Kevin Hunter is not going to get any more checks. And I have said it before, and I know that people have said don't say it, but I'm going to say it again anyway. Wendy Williams weaponized her sickness. And that does not mean that she is not sick. And I've never said that Wendy Williams is not sick. I know that Wendy Williams has been ill. But what Wendy Williams did is brilliant. What she decided to do was be done with television. She does not want to get back on television. What Wendy Williams wants to do is do what she's good at, and that is be a media personality. And in the meantime, her husband can stay broke because she's not getting back on TV. And so, boy, bye. Leave Wendy alone. So I just wanted to put this video out basically to soothe some people's minds, because the Wendy Williams podcast, the Wendy Williams experience that's going to be coming out hopefully soon, is going to give Wendy a chance to get back to what she's good at, what she's great at. And it's going to make her happy. She needs to get out of the house. She needs to do use the gifts that God gave her, and that is to entertain us. And also, we're entertained by watching Kevin be broke. So, I don't know about you, I am. But anyway, you guys, love the brilliance of Wendy. Stop being worried about Wendy. Worry about Kevin. Worry about Kevin being broke. Worry about Kevin constantly trying to plot and plan on how he's going to get Wendy back in court so that he can get his payments back. I think Wendy has paid him enough. He humiliated her, and she, Riri Boo Boo, humiliated her as well. And so, you guys, please don't worry about Wendy. Just be happy for Wendy. Be glad that she's back. I'm sure most of you are anyway. And that is it. Like, subscribe. My name is Vita. Vibe with me. I will see you in the next one. Take care.